yeah. Get your hands up, yeah. To the flip,
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sugars Podcast. I am Sugar coming at ya.
And this is Brown Sugar. We are here yet for another episode to talk about things that you think that you just don't say from a place that you want to know, and we're still not going to tell you.
Never ever.
But it's hotter than a bitch where we are.
It is so hot that I have chub rub on my legs. So that I don't know if you know what chub rub is, but it's almost like it looks like a deodorant stick, but it's not deodorant. I don't have smelly legs, let's just be clear. But it helps your legs go and not get all
Well,
chafed.
yours don't go. Yours goes with the chub rub. Like, it don't together.
No.
It's like
Yes.
So I got to get some.
Yeah.
Go Bond has a version of it too, so I'm going to order that on Amazon. I miss Amazon Prime, but I need to have it on my legs, under my stomach, under my inner arm. So body rub, not chub rub. I need whole body rub.
Whole body rub on the chub. Okay. But yes, it is hotter than hell here, and we're shushing around this place. So speaking of shushing around, there was some show that you were telling me about, Love is Blind. I have not seen this show yet, and I really need to check it out.
Yes. So I recently took a vacation, and I don't ever get to really watch TV. So granted, the lame that I am, I binge watch Love is Blind. So a lot of you guys out there have watched Netflix. Love is Blind is on season 2. So the concept of this show is to meet people, and you have to propose to them sight unseen.
Oh my gosh.
So you only meet them based on, conversations you've had with them in these pods where you don't see each other.
Okay.
And the gist of the show is to find someone to marry. But they date. Like, they just go into different dating pods and just talk to a whole bunch of different people. But the women have a separate quarter and the men have a separate
And
quarter.
they don't see each other until...
The men don't see each other. I mean, the women don't see the men don't see the women, but the men all see each other. So they go back and they talk about, like, who they like and who they don't like. But I like the show because when you get to a certain age, you stop looking at the physical of someone.
Yeah.
Like, you'll stop looking at financial status, and it's basically, if you like them.
Do you have health insurance? Do you have teeth? That's what I'm looking for.
Right. But it brings me to, like, and first of all, it's Netflix, so everybody on the show is good looking.
Of course.
Like, I want them to create it with somebody, like, ugly as fuck, like,
Or real people.
real people.
Real people who have
No
day
teeth.
jobs. Yeah. That sit at a desk.
Right.
All
Hips,
day.
everything.
Yes.
So,
Fupa.
fupas
Whatever.
and dad bods.
Bullet holes and stretch marks.
So I'm thinking, like, they just brought me, like, if you had to go through this prior to pre-married.
Yeah.
And you met somebody, like, based on, like, you had things in common, they made you laugh. Now, this is for a week. And they asked you, like, to marry them. And everybody goes in there looking for love.
Right.
And then you go and meet them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has, like, no arms. What would you do?
I think I would be okay with like a no arms situation, but there's got to be a chemistry. There's got to be chemistry. Everybody has their own scent, like their own personal scent that you're attracted to. There's got to be chemistry. So even if he had no arms, but he smelled good, I'd be okay with it. I don't know. I'm not. Is your Big Daddy Swerve shaking his head like, what is happening right now?
All right. So that's what I thought of. Like, when they meet each other, like, if he was, like, a little person, like, what would you do?
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you tell me this in the pod? Why wouldn't you tell me you don't have any arms? And not against, or no teeth. Like, if he had no teeth if he had no teeth and he was still good looking, I'd be like, all right, you know what? We about to get married. I got good dental insurance. We can fix that. But if he had, like, really, really bad breath, I would be like, no.
Like chronic halitosis or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it just doesn't go away ever.
I just can't. And all right, so on a different topic about when you said halitosis,
mm-hmm.
I don't like people to kiss me. Like, I don't like kissing.
Yeah, I do.
And I know some people do, but I feel like it should be a rule. Like, if you kiss somebody, your breath should smell good.
Yes.
And I always would get these guys that their breath did, like, you can't taste that before you, and I just try to, like, do the side cheek away, but
Yeah.
it may be because the movie Pretty Woman, that was, like, my favorite movie of all time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she was a classy hoe, but she never kissed.
That's true.
So
She didn't want that connection. She didn't
Yeah.
want that bond, that personal, like, yeah.
so I would never match up with somebody with halitosis and no arms.
I don't like the sound of kissing. Like, sometimes you watch a movie and it's just like smack, 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 smack. You're like, oh my God, do I make that much noise? You know, you just start thinking like, that's a lot. Don't you shake your head, yes. That is just a lot of noise. And I know you don't like noises, being misophonia that you are. Like, I know you don't like that. I don't get it. Like, I just want to turn the volume off and then,
I don't.
like, mute, finish kissing, unmute.
Oh God, I remember like my eldest, his dad, he had like her dad, he had really big lips, and I was like probably like 16 when I met him, and like his whole lips were like, every time he kissed me, would like cover my whole face, and I was just cringe like,
Just inhales your face.
just, I'm a dog. And I used to, so that's probably why I don't like kissing, because I was traumatized. Like earlier on with him and his want to eat your face, like lips. Yeah,
Maybe that's it. Maybe
probably.
it's not Pretty
And
Woman.
the noises.
Yes.
It's all of the above. It's the breath, the big lips,
The noises.
the noises,
The noises.
and Pretty Woman. So, and I never close my eyes. Are you like a closed eye?
I don't know. I think maybe I do a little bit.
No, my eyes are like wide open. I'm always looking like,
You're
who's
looking
coming,
around.
who sees me.
Yeah,
Right.
you're looking around like.
No, it's just open. It's just like, I'm over this. If I keep my eyes open, will you stop?
Yeah.
So,
If I keep my eyes open, will you just like go downtown, like something else?
I just try to move away and just push their head down.
Yeah.
like-
go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right. I think I got issues.
No, I don't think so though.
You would never tell me if I did anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't. I'd be like, that's so normal. I totally know.
Well, if you are out there and you can relate to, you're not a kisser either, then thumbs up to me. If you have thumbs down, then you will support Sugar as being a kisser. How about that?
I'm a kisser. I'm a kisser. Well, so that brings us to like, I was talking to some people the other day, and one guy we work with, and I met his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, how'd you guys meet? And they're like, Tinder, you know. And it was funny because I mean, I've been married for a day or two, long time, or in a relationship or whatever, and I never really got onto dating apps. Like, I never did that, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. But I do have experience with dating apps.
So one time at band camp,
By the way, I did play the flute for those of you out there. I never took it and put it in my, but yeah, I do have a flute. I actually have 2 flutes in my house.
look at you, fluting.
I'm a flautist.
Well, I was like, all right, I'm in a new city. It's hard to meet people because it's a big city. So everybody's like, you know, it's the 2000s. Everybody's on dating apps. Well, I was not on there longer than a few months. First, I got a few free good meals out of it, but I feel like everyone was weird. And like everyone was pretending to be something that they weren't. So I was like, you swipe, you get X, you swipe, then you get a, hey, beautiful. I even got this girl that sent me a message.
Look at you.
Right.
You're just but reeling them in from all parts of the world.
I may have tried it out if she was cute.
Yeah.
She was not. I was confused. Like, what she had going on. Like, if she was a male or a female, but she looked kind of like Marilyn Manson type. I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just not match with you.
Yeah. Swipe the other way. Which way is the good way? Do you swipe right because you like them, or do you swipe left?
I just X'd.
Oh, okay.
I just X'd out. But you had to pay $30. So I was like, you know what?
Geez.
Hell, I'm going to stay on here to at least get one meal so I can get my $30 worth. So
you need to find one person to pay the $30 for you to be swiping on the other people.
I mean, it is very weird. And I had met this one guy, and he had like I'm from France. I'm from all these other countries in Africa, and I don't really trust a lot of people.
No.
Not that I'm biased to anything at all, but I don't know you. So we went to dinner, and of course, he was. I always find it the shorter spectrum of the guys that are attracted to me because I'm tall.
Which I don't get.
I don't even know either.
I don't get.
But the funniest shit is he kept saying he had dimples. Had really nice skin, but he kept saying, "I am so happy. I am so happy to see you." I was like, "Oh, what in the hell?"
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy to see you. I was like, "Oh, thanks. I am just so happy to see you." So that was like the running joke. Everybody that I would see, I would just be like, "I'm so happy. I am so happy to see you." Granted, one date, one and done.
Was he from Zumanda? Or
I don't know.
Zamunda.
I don't know. I was trying to stick
is that
around
back-
to see if he was a prince, but
That's back. Okay, I was like, "What is that?" But back to America. No, what's it
Coming
from?
to America.
Coming to America. Back to
do me
America.
proud. You the one
Oh
that
my
you watched both episodes,
And I
seasons
like-
1 and 2.
I like the second one too. I thought it was good.
You did.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
yes.
So here's what I came up with. I want to create a dating app
Okay.
for professionals.
Oh, I like that.
And I want to weed out the what ifs.
Okay.
So you need to provide your W-2s. You need to do a background check. And you also need to, have some references.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you have a range to pick in. And, dating sites, they pick like, oh, you have these things in common. But they don't get down to the nitty gritty of the questions like who should be the provider? Do you feel like
Yes.
the male or the woman? Financial questions.
Do you want to have children?
Right. All of those things, because it's all based on the physical, and a lot of those dating sites are just hookups. I'm like the first person that sent me a message without asking me anything of sexual contact, I'm like, yes, I'll give you the time of day. But other than that, like, I don't want to hook up with you. I don't know you.
No.
So I think this would be for the normal, working people that may just want to meet someone in their field or have the same professional background. And I am going to call it equally yoked. Because that way, if you're equally yoked financially, you're equal with the same,
like
thought
it.
patterns, religion. I think that is what's missing out in the world. Now, no one go and take my ideas because I don't have the money
Patent
yet to
pending.
finance
I'm
it.
saying it right now. Patent pending. Patent pending.
Patent pending. But I think that will
Copyright.
help. Because I see so many people in, the industry that we're in, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful and they're successful, and they're like, why are you by yourself?
Right.
I look at myself like that, and I'm like, every time I'm like, you are somebody's wife. And at the end of the day, I'm like, and you are still by yourself. So maybe not yet. And then when I'm around somebody, I'm like, oh God, I'm really not ready to cohabitate with anybody.
Cohabitate.
But yet again, it's like, why are all of these beautiful men? Why are all these beautiful women? Why are they by themselves? Because dating site is a pool of like different type of people without the same mindset, or people that just are in relationships and they're looking for somebody else. Like, it has gotten to the level of before dating sites would be, hey, guy looking for guy, woman looking for woman,
Right.
whatever. It's couples on there now. We're looking for
polyamorous or whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm looking to just find a date for me. We're looking for each other.
Oh,
and I'm like,
crazy.
yeah, I mean,
to each their
goes.
own, right?
Right, to each their
But
own.
there needs to be one, like you said, for professionals.
Right. If it was beneficial, I would probably join a family too. But they were not offering enough for me.
But you know what? It's a good point, because before Big Daddy and I started dating, I never went on a dating site. But of course, people are hitting you up that you meet on social media or that you've known since you were a kid or whatever. And you know what I would love to see on your app is, if you say you used to work as a fireman, you need to provide proof that you were a fireman.
Right.
I tell you,
Resumes.
Yes. This person I know from high school was like, oh yeah, I was a fireman. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm a minister. And then the next day is like, oh yeah, I'm a chef. And then the next day it was like, oh yeah, I was an MMA fighter overseas.
Right.
So you can't find me on the Googles because I was overseas. Really? Because overseas has Google? So what do you mean I can't find you? And it was one thing after another after another. And I wasn't dating this person, but he wanted a date. And it was just like, no, it's not going to happen.
Okay, so question.
Yeah, but put that on there.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, did you hear that he was packing from back in the day?
No.
He was
Never.
not.
I never heard anything.
All right, so if he was, then that means that he wouldn't even have to do all of that. Like, that's a category. I'm going to put, like,
Size.
size.
But what would you put for women? Would you do like cup size or bra size or
Narrow walls.
narrow walls? How many kegels a day do you do?
How many kegels do you have? How many children did you have?
How many reps a day?
C-section or vaginal?
Yes. You know what you need to put on there too? Will you relocate?
Oh, my God. Yes, because...
Yeah, right?
I swear, that's right. Another reason. Why by myself? You meet people, everybody I meet, they don't live where I live.
I know.
And it just doesn't.
And you're not moving because I would follow you.
I'm not moving, period.
Yeah.
And that's. So, guys, just keep me in your energy so I don't be myself forever because I feel like that is where it's leaning. I'm okay with that, but just put the energy that a great guy will come to a hot place. And come and find me.
To a hot location near you. Because let me tell you, it's hot.
Hot. So we got it. We got dating for professionals. And the ones that are out there, I don't think that they go to this extent because they're not asking for financial backing.
Right.
They're not asking for references. And you need to do background checks.
You have to do background checks.
Right.
Because people there's some shade
Yeah.
out
So
there.
it's going to be a fee. There's a fee assigned to it, but you get your money's worth instead of paying $30 to swipe at a whole bunch of funny looking people.
No, and it needs to be legit. Like, if you get a call from a guy and he's like, oh, yeah, I want to take you on a date, whatever, cool. If it turns out to be he just wants to hook up, you report it back, done, off the
Right.
site.
Or there's a category for just hookups.
Yes.
So it is very equally yoked. There's something for everybody. But
Good
it
point.
is it's outlined that here's your category. The people that are interested in this category, you're going to go into this pool.
Yeah.
The people that are interested in something else, you're going to go into this pool. That is something that they don't have because they don't narrow that down because everyone wants to not discriminate, and it's not. It's just really having people choose what they like.
Yeah, so you can say, I'm Christian, and you only want to be in the Christian pool, or
Right.
I'm Muslim, or I like men, or I like women, or I like whatever.
Right.
Put
I
'em
like
in that.
unicorns.
I don't care. Yeah.
So,
I like unicorns too.
all right, because we're unicorns.
Obviously.
So-
Like, have you met us?
So, coming near you, equally yoked. Patent coming.
Yes, pending.
All right,
If
so
anyone
as soon as we
takes
get
it,
our investors
Yes.
together. I got the ideas. We just need the investors.
We have tons of ideas.
Man, we can make you a lot of money.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, so speaking of dating, and I don't know how to approach this subject. I think
Well,
you
let
should
me.
kick this one off for
I
us.
will kick it off because since this is we're talking about me looking in the mirror saying that I'm somebody's wife, but that I'm still by myself. You have to improvise.
Improvise.
So I improvise sometime, and I know a lot of you ladies that are very independent, and this is what relieves our stress and keep us balanced, our toys.
Yeah.
And I never realized that toys are multi-purpose. So
I didn't know that either.
yeah, the whole big thing is this rose now. I'm old school. Give me the wand. So the wand is actually a neck massager.
The wand or the rabbit?
No,
or,
no,
no rabbit.
mm-mm. The rabbit has little
rabbit's
things.
dead.
The wand is like one thing is it's a massager, but
Someone made some soup out of that rabbit.
the original my first. So story time before we get to this one.
Story time.
I think I was like in my 20s, and someone told me about the rabbit, and I was in a self-love. I'm not telling anybody. I didn't know what to do with it, and I was like, all right, so do I date myself? And I was trying to set the mood. I didn't know how to like set the mood
Light
for
some
it.
Candles.
I did. I like
Play
candles.
some Barry White. Let's get it
was
on.
home by myself. I dated the rabbit, and I guess I didn't do it the right way. And then when I found out how to do it the right way, I didn't need candles. I didn't need nothing. My one arm was bigger than the other because I was like Popeye around here. Like I would go out to the club and wake up and just tuck it in next to me. Like that was really my Bob.
My Bob. It's your dick. You're Richard.
It is. It was. So But the wand, it's waterproof.
Okay.
So I'm in the shower and it's 30 seconds. You don't have to do a lot, but sometimes it's like quick, like, and then sometimes it's like, whoa.
Well, yeah.
And it was one of those like whoa moments till like my legs buckled.
Oh,
And I was like, well, I think my leg just went out, so I just took it and massaged my leg with it. So you know what? Toys are multi-purpose. I thought about this. I was like, you know what? I need to talk about this. Is some funny shit.
I'm gonna use it to pleasure myself, and then I'm gonna work out a Charlie horse with it.
Right. When you get to the certain age and bones don't function the way that they used to, I was like, multi-function. You are really a multi-purpose massager.
I
So
like that. Maybe
yeah.
get a little kink in the shoulder from getting your arm. So and
no,
then you got work
the
it
rabbit had my arm swollen like Popeye
Oh.
back in the day, but the wand, yep, it was just,
Ooh.
and then I worked out my circulation in my legs, and I went to bed unbothered.
Oh.
I was like, you know what? Life is great. I'm okay with just the self-love and the world of me. I don't care if I talk to anybody. That I know they have all this new stuff, but I will stick to the wand. So shout out to those creators. Lady, go get one. If you do, tell them the sugars have sent you and changed your life for your multi-purpose toy.
Exactly. And by the way, we're not sponsored by the one, but if the one would like to sponsor us, like, just hit us up.
If you were any type of sex toys out there that you would like for us to try out, maybe not sugar, but brown sugar, definitely I am here for it
Listen,
all.
I'll try him out. I'll try
Okay.
him out. I mean, I got Big Daddy Swerve, but he's not around 24/7.
Right, you guys right. Couples one. There's a couple one that he can it's Bluetooth and
jeez.
that he can control from his phone.
Oh,
So
wow.
yes.
So
If you have one that you would like us to try out and review for us, feel free to send us one. Send us a message, and we'll be more than happy. If you're scared to use it and you want to know, send it to me. I'll
you know
try
what?
it
If
out.
I get a Bluetooth one, I'm gonna have you download the app, and I'll be like
randomly,
I'll be like,
I'll just randomly
try
like,
this. Woo!
and then it'll be in your desk, and all you hear, or like at home, and all of a sudden you just hear, vroom. I would just fuck with you. Like midday, morning time, that's your alarm. Just vroom. Like, what is that noise? And you can't find it.
You know, one of them dogs would be running around the house with it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, you know what? Now, was that in that? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we've been trying to get to this for a while, but Brown Sugar over here has,
The dream.
had this dream about this coworker of ours.
It's
fine as.
Fine. He's the fine ass coworker.
Fine as coworker.
It's because he's got really like smooth skin.
Yeah.
And
It's like a nice caramel color.
yeah, nice skin, like just like beard gang. Guys, keep rocking the beards because ladies are here for the bearded gang.
Yeah, he points to me and
Yeah.
says, no, I think they look nice, but I don't want to kiss up on that. It hurts.
Well, being that I'm not a kisser,
That's true.
I'm okay with just
I
looking
just
at
keep
it.
getting exfoliated every time. I just want to put my heel up on it. Yeah.
Well, your face looks pretty smooth though.
So,
So
we
was it toys in the dream?
Yeah, was the toys in the dream with the fine ass coworker?
I'll tell
we
you.
can get to it later if you want.
We'll get to it later. We
Okay.
will definitely. I know these past episodes were like we have to get to this dream, and we just keep jumping to topics. But we will dedicate a whole episode to the dream and the fine ass
The
coworker.
fine ass coworker. Well,
Right. By that time, I may have it may be another addition to it.
No.
Who knows?
Yeah, there might already be one. I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, when we're talking about that Love is Blind show and stuff, there's like trophy wives, trophy husbands, but there's a whole different type of trophy when it comes to relationships.
Right. So, I think of things in the middle of the night.
I do too.
While I'm doing nothing. And I thought about, I like metaphors and analogies. And it brought me to men and women do this, but my thought pattern was on a man because some man had pissed me off.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh, Lord.
I always think trophies. So if you're competitive, if you're an athlete, everybody wants to win.
Right.
And then when they go through the training, they do everything that they can to get this trophy. And when they get the trophy, they take it, they show it off, and then they put it on the shelf to collect dust.
Yeah.
They don't go visit it. They don't take it out anymore. They're just like, you're here for me to look at once in a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people do that with relationships. They court you, they date you, they do the good morning, they do the check throughout the day, but as soon as they get you, it's like, okay, I don't have to do that anymore.
Challenge is over.
Right. But then you have that second place person, the person that came in second place, and the only thing they think about is if I had this trophy, what I would do.
Right.
So I'm just putting that out there, men and women. If you have that trophy, take the shit off of the shelf. Take the person off the shelf.
Yeah.
Show them off. Continue to value that trophy the same as you did when you won it.
Exactly. When you were courting them.
Right.
When you were trying to get it. When you were competing for it against all others.
Yep. And it is. It's life happens. We get into different things, but I have like a whole list of what I would do when I'm really into somebody.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to these things, and I never want it to get old. And I always, want to, I am the, wake you up a certain way in the morning. I would be okay with doing that every day because I swear, I don't know about some people, but I am going to be having sex till I'm like 80, 90, because that's supposed to keep you young. So.
well, you are very young, so.
But that's just what I think. Yeah. And I never take it for granted. But when they don't do that, it causes me to just detach. And I'm like, nope, they're not worth it. And then I'm done.
Because you're up on the shelf.
I'm up on the shelf.
They're walking around it, dusting it off every now and then with a little compliment.
Yeah.
And then the end.
So I'm like, you know what? I am somebody's second place trophy.
That is dying to have you. So women, men out there, take the trophy off the shelf.
Take the trophy off the shelf.
Put
just
it
think
in the
about
bed,
it,
take it to dinner, introduce it to the wand.
Right.
Take it in the shower.
Hold the remote. Use the remote on the trophy.
There you go. Bluetooth.
Yeah. So I said this to who I'm mad at, and he says to me, well, at least you're not in the factory with the other trophies. I said, well, at least I would be there with them all together.
What?
Yeah. I was ready to cancel him. Like, because you don't know? Because you don't know. He don't know.
I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel him.
Right. He's not even a trophy. He's not even a medal. Sorry. I just splashed something on her, but it was water.
It was just water. No water. No, yeah.
No drinking for me. I'm trying to do this weight loss journey, but if I do not lose weight, then I'm just going to start back drinking again.
Okay. So, I like that. So I'm drinking, but it's water. It's water. It's just not. It's not good at all. It's just water. Okay. So I have a funny thing I want to talk to you about.
Yes.
So I had a dream. Speaking of dreams, I got to go to my dream because my dream is ridiculous. But there's a lot of people out there who watch crime TV, and I love watching crime TV. Big Daddy Swerve, I'm sure he's tired of crime TV. It's always the husband or the wife, and it's always for the insurance money, or it's because the spouse is cheating with somebody else and they want to go and they just don't know how to get divorced, which I just don't understand. It's pretty easy. You download it online, fill it out, take it to the court. Okay, it's easy. People don't go kill people. Stop it. Just stop it. Which we talked about on one of our other podcasts. Just stop.
Right.
Stop killing people because you want a divorce. Just get a divorce, for Christ's sake. So I had this dream that, because I watch a lot of crime TV, that I was getting kidnapped. Well, first of all, who wants to kidnap me? I don't know. I would just probably annoy them and piss them off.
I would kidnap you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I had this dream that, like, as I'm getting kidnapped, I'm, like, pulling out my hair because I have to leave DNA. So people will find me like a trail of DNA. So I'm, like, biting my nails and peeling them off and throwing them down. And I'm pulling out my hair and I'm scratching my skin. And I'm clawing at them. So now all of their DNA's under my nails. And I'm like, I wake up and I think, oh, my God. I watch too much crime TV.
But you would be prepared.
I would be prepared as shit.
Right.
Well,
I'm like that
it's
with,
not a challenge.
So you know the movie Taken.
Yes.
And I always thought, I love that movie, but that's the way that I think. So I would turn off all the lights in the house.
Yes.
And I would count every step. So everywhere I drove, I would count like 30 seconds to get to this place. And then they turn right. Then they turn, so I can know where I was.
Yes.
So I always tell my kids, like, I'm coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to find you. So there's nothing wrong with that. unless we're just totally off and
Unless
kind
we're
of crazy.
crazy.
We may be, and I'm okay with that, but I bet you they not going to kidnap without finding us.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I ever get kidnapped, start looking for DNA evidence because I'm leaving it everywhere. Once you all see me in real life, like those of you who know me, I got a lot of hair. Like, I'm not a hairy person. Like, seriously, feel my leg. I haven't shaved in
Oh, they are so smooth.
That's a week and a half. I haven't
You
shaved
don't
in a
wanna-
week
you
and a
don't-
half, right?
You don't want to feel my...
I'm not a hairy person, but on my head, I have a ton of hair. So just know, I'm going to be pulling out hair.
All right, so if you think just randomly just start pulling out your hair if you're somewhere you don't know. if you go on a date from a dating site of somebody that you think is kind of weird, start just biting your nails. So tell them the sugars have prepared you for this crazy world that we live in.
Yes.
Bite your nails.
Bite your nails. Pull
Just
your hair.
when you hug them, dig in the back you first so you got your DNA on them, just so you know.
That's
So
right.
when you say, who saved your life? The sugars.
The sugar's dead.
Saved your life.
You might be
Prime
an ugly
TV.
corpse with a big bald spot, but I tell you, motherfuckers, they are going to find that killer. Someone's going to prison.
Honestly, I don't understand how anyone has gotten away with a crime with so much BI, so many cameras, everything in the
Yes.
world. Like, it makes it hard because in my brain, I think about a lot of criminal things that I may want to do.
I hope they make us money because, God, please, can we get some sponsors for the show? We need some money.
Something. We need some money, but I'm trying to tell you, if you want to figure out how to get some criminal stuff done, I could give you the ideas. We're full of ideas. I don't know how you're going to get away with it with all the cameras, but I think like street lights, like there's so many cameras everywhere. So how do people still continue to do stuff?
Yeah.
The smartphones, like they even had this one duck, whatever,
Go.
DuckDuckGo site, and this is how my brain works. They're like, oh, if you don't want anybody to track you and you don't want to see, go private searching. I was like, that's the setup.
That's a setup.
That's
that
the setup.
means you're getting double searched.
Right.
Double checked.
Right. So, yeah,
Mhm.
we're all right. We're going to save your lives. Around
We
here,
are
no
going to
worries.
save your lives. Well, I wanted to bring up something you said that was just so funny the other day, where you said adios or adios or something, and it was like, it was your way of saying adios, idiot, but you combined the words together, and I was dying laughing. I'm like, what is she saying?
I make up words all the time.
Oh, it's the best.
So, adios.
Adios, or it was something like that, and you're like, that's what I mean when I mean adios, idiot. And was it you? Oh, it was Big Daddy Swerve. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It
You
was
said adios, idiot?
adios.
No, it was adios.
Well, so we share the same brain because we
Yeah.
share the same birthday. So sometimes
do.
when she's like saying stuff that he said, I was like, I'm going to be quiet because I probably would have said the same thing too.
It was adios.
It was adios. Adios. Or,
Ending with a T. Adios.
oh, adios.
Adios.
There we go.
'Cause it
Adios.
means together it's adios, idiot.
Yeah, it was basically adios, idiot. But he was like blending all the words together and making shit up.
So
And
it's
I'm like,
adios.
you know what? I'm going to just start using that, being like, adios.
Adios.
Because we're in the Southwest, but I won't say where.
Hasta la bye-bye.
But we're in the Southwest, so people just think she's really bad at Spanish. It's adios.
So you saying adios.
Oat. Adios.
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 And which just means adios, idiot. So I'm going to start using that. Like, you'll see me at work every now and then. I'm just going to be like, adios.
Oh,
Because adios is one letter away from saying idiot. So instead of the A and I, it's idiot.
Yeah.
I just learned something today.
Yeah. you just
We're all full of facts.
Well, speaking of work, I have to, like, oh my gosh. So I have a couple things. First of all,
Talk about it.
today, okay, every single person was like, do you have a minute? Do you have a second? Do you have 2 minutes? Do you have 3 minutes? Do you have every M&F and phone call? 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes each. Don't say, do you have a minute?
And you don't.
And it's 15 fucking minutes.
We should be allowed to hang up on people
yes.
if it's a minute. Like, cut them off. Because say a moment.
a moment.
So you have a moment.
Or say, like, legitimately, if this is more than a 60-second conversation, do you have 5 minutes? Do you have 10 minutes? And hold yourself to it.
Right.
Don't be like, hey, do you have 3 minutes? 20 minutes later, you're still yapping the flap. Shut the flap.
So you know what I do
Oh
when
my
they say, do you have a minute? And I was like, yes. give me 10 minutes and I'll call you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't call. Then they forget.
Oh. Well, one person today, I feel bad too because I like this person, but one person today was like, do you have a minute? I need you to show me something. And so I call in, whatever. And they talk 20 minutes later. And thankfully I had a phone call, so I had to hang up. And right as I'm hanging up, they said, oh, well, after you finish this next call me back because I want to ask you something else. I'm like, okay. I never call back. And I feel bad because I genuinely like this person. Mm-hmm. But I was just like, every single person was like, do you have a minute? Do you have 2 minutes? Do you have 3 minutes? Even my amazing family member that is in our family sent me a message. Do you have 3 minutes? I just want to tell you this real quick. Even though I'm having lunch with this person tomorrow.
Right.
Do you have 3 minutes? It turned into a 15-minute phone
Or
call.
just, can I call you for a second? Like, I'm like, get to the point. Like, I don't have 10, 15 minutes for you to explain something. And I do that. Like, my mom, I love her to death, but she does take a long time to get to the answer. And I'm like, all right, Mom, like, what are you trying to say? And so she thinks that I'm hard on her, and it's not, but we talk to people all day long. So it's like after the end of the day,
Yes.
I just need a quick, what do you need? What do you need me to do?
Right.
And that's it. So it's not anything personal for those of you that are listening out there that may think that I don't want to hear it. You're right. I don't.
I just don't.
Like,
or
it's
just
like,
get to the point.
Get to the point. Hey, I need this, and that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So if you say you got a minute, leave it a minute.
Yeah.
If it's 15 minutes, like time, you pre-plan your conversation that you know you need to have for me, and you gauge that, I will allot that time out for you.
Set the expectation.
Right.
Right.
So then I can know if I'm going to just tune you out and do some other things. But give me a heads up.
Now, if you say, hey, sugar, do you have 3 minutes? And for some reason, I'm very much involved in this conversation. Like, this is the greatest 3 minutes ever. And I feel like I have to interject and say all these great things. Cool. Then it can go longer.
Because it's a
3 minutes.
two-way. It's a welcome conversation. Because we do that. We'll
Yeah.
say, oh, you know what? I'm going to call you on something. And then we start talking about something else. And then it was like, oh, God, I don't want to hang up from you.
I know. Totally different.
If you're going to do that, make me want to talk to you. Like, make it interesting. Not just always one-sided where you're the only one talking.
Oh, my God. It's like everyone just talks at me, wants me to solve the world's problems, and then I have to force them off the phone.
Yeah. So if you can relate, listen, start telling people. We are going
Stop.
to set the
Tell them
trend
to stop.
together. Say, stop it. You need me for 3 minutes? Own up to 3 minutes. Or everybody, if we collectively together just start hanging up for people, the sugars won't seem rude. They will accustom to the new way of the world by just hanging up if you keep it under.
It's kind of like when I don't know if you've ever watched soap operas, but like in my 20s and stuff, I used to watch The Young and the Restless and, Shamar Moore. I'm just throwing that out there.
I got to find him in this lifetime for you.
Hi, Shamar.
Hi.
Hi, Shamar. Sugar. Okay,
We
just saying.
sent you the podcast waiting for you to listen to it.
Yeah, Shamar, if you're out there, I sent you the podcast. Like, seriously, just listen. But anyway, so I used to watch The Young and the Restless. And I tell you, people on soap operas, they don't say goodbye. They just talk on the phone, and they're like, oh, yes, Victor, I'll be coming forth hence over to Jabro, and we'll be doing blah, blah, blah. Click. As they walk around in their, like, negligee and high heels on a random Tuesday, which, does not happen. I know, but I'm not wearing high heels. I'm of the age as those are done.
I can't either.
No, but I just, like, they don't hang up the phone. So I want to pretend like I'm in a soap opera. And when people go longer than, hey, do you have 3 minutes? I'll just be like, okay, click.
Or can we just play music?
Oh, like play them off, like the award ceremonies and stuff.
So I was hosting this meeting, and this guy, he was only supposed to talk for 5 minutes. He was trying to do a whole full out training, and I'm getting like messages like, brown sugar, jump in there. And he was presenting so he couldn't see my facial expressions, trying to cut him off. And I tried to do like, he still kept talking. And I was like, oh, so they're like, listen, you have to do, the meeting was only 30 minutes. And it was like a whole lot of people that had to talk. He just kept on, and they were like, play the music. And I just wanted to so bad just start like playing music. So finally I was like, hey, guy.
Time check.
We only try. We have a lot of things to cover. We only have 5 minutes. And I guess he was embarrassed. And he was so cute. I feel like a Kruger because he was
Kruger,
really
right?
just
As in
young.
Freddy.
And Kruger, what is it? Cougar?
It's a cougar. But no, you're good. You got to look.
So that was funny.
Oh.
With your adios.
No.
You were,
That's funny.
you were trying to come to me. I feel like
he's
Big
coming
Daddy
at
Swear was trying to come for me.
Uh-oh.
Or my
It's funny
Kruger.
'cause-
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Because of the Kruger reference.
Sweating. Ladies and gentlemen, he's
He's
sweating right
like-
now.
She meant cougar.
Is sweaty.
He's sweating right now.
Because I'm about to
He's
Kruger.
gonna go find a bathroom and
I'm
go
about
hide.
to Kruger his ass and talking about my Kruger.
So wait, you felt like a cougar.
Cougar.
Either one.
Yes.
You felt like it.
I did. But I had to jump in and like cut him off.
Yeah. You gotta check
And,
him. Time check.
Right. So yeah.
Oh.
We need that. That's our next. Okay. So after we do the selfie drone,
Yes, selfie drone.
we have to come up with the music, like where you can just automatically play music when people are talking too long.
I think you know what I think it should be. Just like one of those air horns, like and just like scare the shit out of them. Like it doesn't have to be anything nice at all. Hold on.
The music should literally be find the soundtrack for the Oscars when somebody starts music
No.
playing and just start turning it up as it's time.
I just want it to be as loud as can be. I want it to be annoying. It could be anything. It could be like, what was that show where it's like, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Ah! And he just like does that. That's what I want it to be. Just because it's like, you're stupid, you're going on too long, you're stupid.
No, I like both though. I like the Oscars where it just.
Okay.
Well, we could have two.
She's
models.
nicer than me.
I
That's
know,
fine.
but you could. Well, we're creating this device, so you can pick whatever one.
Like a soundboard.
If it's somebody you don't like, and if it's somebody you like, but they're just talking too long, you can like put on the Oscar music.
Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft. If you're out there, who owns Microsoft? Bill Gates.
Is he still?
Microsoft. I don't know. I thought he was dead. I don't know.
Not yet.
That's Steve Jobs. Anyway,
He's not dead either.
okay,
Oh
he's
no,
not.
Steve Jobs. I think it meant.
Okay,
No.
so anyway,
That was my
Microsoft.
guy.
Edit this out. 3, 2, 1. Microsoft. Steve Jobs. No, that's not Steve Jobs.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. I know
this
I'm
is all-
blonde. I'm
this
sorry,
is-
people.
This is all staying in.
Oh, Jesus, I'm in trouble. Okay, so Bill Gates, listen up. First of all, patent pending.
Pam and Nate,
'Cause this is
call us
for-
with
Because
ideas.
this is from us. But you need to incorporate in Teams, in Microsoft Teams, a way for us to hit a button, like a soundboard, hit a button that says, like, it's music to the awards. It could be, please give me my air horn. I need shit like this in Teams so we can just interrupt calls.
Right, and if not, if you don't want to do it in Teams, you can sponsor us so we can create our own device in the cloud
Yes, please sponsor us.
that we can
Listen.
just press buttons. But if you need other ideas to make the world a better place, reach out to the Sugars.
Because I'll tell you what, right here in this studio, which we will not tell you where it is, but it's a bomb-ass studio, by the
Right.
way. So if you need to know where it is, hit us up. We'll tell you. But it's amazing. In this studio, it's a think tank. This is a think tank right here.
Right.
It could be the contact high. I don't know. It could be the alcohol. I don't know. But it is a M&F-N think to the tank.
We come up with the best ideas
We do.
from the contact
Uh,
and the drinks. Because you come in the studio, it's fabulous, but it is 420 friendly, I will tell you that.
I'll tell you, I pulled in the parking lot and I didn't even roll down my windows, and I have like a hermetically sealed car, and I was like, woo!
Right.
I'm going to get a DUI on this.
That's all right, but we are here
We are here.
in
But
this bitch.
people who go on and on and on in these phone calls, I have a word for that because they know what they're doing.
What
They
is
know what they're doing. It's willfully dense.
Well, you guys, you're such a family of big words. You
Hey,
know
let me
the
tell you what.
correct pronunciation
Yeah.
of Kruger and Cougar.
Oh,
Willfully dense,
I
all the
thought-
things in alios.
okay.
I'm not going to remember half of this.
I thought Bill Gates was dead, so don't even worry about it. Shit, I don't even know. Well, let me tell you, willfully dense. So willfully means you do it on purpose.
Yep.
Dense
means
means
dumb.
you're just fucking stupid.
Willfully dense.
Right. So there's people like these people who just drone on for longer than their 3 minutes, or they do all this that are just stupid on purpose because it gets them attention.
Right.
And we work with a person like that who I don't believe for 1 minute is as dumb as she claims to be.
Right.
Because I tell you what, she just wants attention 24/7, and she acts stupid. And so we're making like these mats for homeless people, which is, I mean, we do a lot of philanthropic work, you know.
Right.
Brown
I'm sorry,
Sugar
I've
and I.
been really, really busy, and I have not contributed like I should.
No. We've done great. We've done great. So we're making these mats for the homeless, and you take plastic. Okay, plastic starts with a P, right? Plastic bags, and you cut them up, and you weave them into yarn balls. And then you take them to this person who then weaves them into mats for the homeless, which keeps their stuff clean and off the ground and whatnot. So we make these balls of yarn with plastic bags, and we call it plarn. Plarn, right? Plastic bag yarn. Pretty basic. We've been making plarn for a year. A year we've been making plarn. She just says, I didn't even know that's what that meant. I was just going along with it this whole time. That means plastic yarn.
Go home.
A year later, you couldn't put that together. Now, okay, first of all, English is her first language. So I could understand if you're from a different country, maybe English isn't your first language. Totally get it, because we come up with some weird-ass shit in our language. English has got to be the hardest language to learn. But English is her first language. There's no way after a year that she could not put together that plastic and yarn equals plarn.
Well,
she's willfully dense, and she's trying to get attention.
Right, willfully dense, and I don't really trust people that are happy all the time. Like, I think they have like serial killer tendencies.
Yes.
Because you have to get upset. Like, you have to be upset at some point in life when every day you're like,
yes.
rainbows and unicorns.
I think she's like from some hippie love camp, like some 70s Charles Manson type shit. Love, hippie, free love. I don't know. I think I can say the word love one more time. I don't know. Because it's just crazy to me. But there's so many people like that are just, they're stupid on purpose. Because there's no possible way they're this stupid.
Right. Well, I have done willfully dense on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And strategically, just because
yes,
I don't want people asking me questions about things.
Yes.
And I want you to think that I'm done just so I can pay attention to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I just be quiet. And a lot of things I don't know. Like politics and all, I have no interest in it. So if it's something that people are talking about that I don't know, I just sit there and I smile.
Yeah.
So they think I'm willfully dense, but in my mind I'm thinking like, I don't really give a fuck. What am I about to get into like this weekend? I could completely check out. But yeah, I agree that person that if you cannot figure out what plarn is,
yeah,
you're willfully dense.
Yeah. I mean, but there's so many people like that. And then we have people on the opposite end of the spectrum that absolutely know everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Like, it's absolutely crazy to me that you could literally make up a disease and say, I have this disease and I take this medicine, and this person would be like, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It blows my mind and you could tell by the look on the face, because the eyes go up and up to the north and off to the side, and there's no eye contact, and they're looking around, and it's just like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't. Well, so I had a person like that on my team, and every time I would try to explain something to him, he would be like, I know. I'm like, you just started. You don't know. So what I learned is that wasn't, because I stopped him. I'm like, okay, well, I guess you don't want me to teach you anything because you know everything. And he was like, no, I'm just processing. And he was like, so when he explained it to me, I'm so used to the other people that know everything,
right,
that I didn't realize that when I'm talking to him, he's like, I know. He wasn't saying like that he knew. He was just processing like what I was saying.
So
like
he's
agreeing.
Acknowledging what you're saying.
Yes, but we're so used to the know-it-all. So I was like, say I know one more time. You want to say it? You want to know everything? Okay, go right ahead. And he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. So again, we have to understand people, and some of the people just, everybody wants to belong, but I've learned to look at people understand them, so why they do things.
See, you're good at that. You're really good at that.
But because I just know that my temperament, it's grown, but I used to be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't like you, like, you're just stupid. But I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe they didn't get attention at home. Or maybe, you know,
I think those things.
Right.
I think those things, but I don't incorporate them into my life. Because, like, you're really good at saying, oh, that's just the way that person needs attention. I'll be like, oh, good for you, good for you. And I'm sitting there thinking, no.
But
no.
you typically have to deal with them more than I do.
That's
so
true.
I only can do that because I don't have to deal with people. Like, I don't choose to deal with you. Like, you're this way, but you're just not. But I keep staring at your earrings, and they are really, really fire.
Thank you. I wore them just for you because you had on those cute hoops the other day. And
I was trying to find you some, too.
You're like, really? You would wear these? I'm like, yeah, I have big hoops. I just don't wear them to work. I don't know. I probably should, but
and
yeah.
I cannot lie.
What?
I have big hoops, and I cannot
Oh, I have big hoops, and I cannot lie.
That is a big butt.
Yeah, but he's
No, they're big hoops.
they're big hoops now.
Oh,
He's
you were
just-
remixing it?
He's
I
remixing.
did the nose that she does.
He's remixing.
What's-
He's really self-conscious right now, too, because
Well,
he has a pimple on his nose.
I
but
saw it, but I was trying to not stare at
That
it.
was nice of you.
That's okay.
I know.
You're still so handsome with your Rudolph pimple. We love you. We love you long time.
Exactly.
Okay, so really quick, he just made me think of the Hoops song.
There
She
it
got
is.
bamboo earrings. It's LL Cool J.
Mm.
At least 2 pairs. I need a roundaway girl.
Oh, that's it.
Yes.
Yes.
So you got your roundaway girl
Right here.
earrings on today.
Right here. I call my rockin' bangin' earrings. I don't know why, because I just am like, I'm going to rock these earrings today.
You rocking them.
Thank you. I appreciate
Shout out
it.
to the Hoops. That is all that we have to cover today.
Yeah, so we covered a lot today.
We did.
So please, people out there, don't be willfully dense. Don't
Look
take
for
up
our
people's
dating
time.
app.
Yes, look for our dating app for sure. Go watch Love is Blind because that sounds like a hot mess waiting to happen, just like a disaster.
Multi-purpose your toys.
Oh, yeah. I can't
Send some new toys to us if you would like for us to try out and review on our next episode while we are talking about that dream that I had that's dedicated to
Oh, shit. We
all
forgot
the
that again.
Just nasty. It's just nasty.
Oh my gosh, we got to get to your dream. This is just ridiculous. And then if you get kidnapped, pull out your hair.
Yes.
Leave it everywhere. Pick your nose. I don't know, anything that has DNA in it. Pull out your eyelashes. I don't know what's got DNA, but pull it out and just leave it behind.
Yes.
Leave me a trail. I will find you.
Well, we just thank you, all the sugars out there, for supporting us and spending your time listening to us talk about random things. We are here to make you laugh. If you don't laugh, we think we are fucking hilarious because it's a party of 2 at all times. But until next time, peace and love.
Peace and love. Thanks, everybody.